Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, September the 2nd. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So let's take a quick look at the weekly chart. And we have 1, 2, 3 weekly gaps that have not filled. The pound had gapped down, it filled it. You can see we're now 85 pips off of that low for the week. A quick peek at the monthly chart shows you we're 39, 38 pips below the monthly open and 40 off the high. You can see yesterday we put in the opening range for the month, which is below the opening range for the week. And we have a green day after 5 red days. So those of you who remember the old buzzard reversal can see that if you're patient and you're quick, it pays off. And in case you're wondering what's a buzzard reversal, ran statistics. After 3 candles of the same candle color in a row, usually you start to get reversals. Here, just once again, we're looking at monthly charts. So the reversal here was open at 33 to a high of 66. So that's 33 pips that you could put in your pocket playing that buzzard reversal. And so on the daily, you can see here after 3 days, 2 days ago, Wednesday, there was a nice movement up. Yesterday, it just moved down. You never got a trigger to go long. And today, you definitely got some play across that daily open, considering it's NFP day, which I guess I should have noted that here for the video. Inside bar action, only a handful of pairs are showing inside bar action today. Looks like today might be an inside bar, so it should be interesting what happens next week, trading off of the Friday high and low. Pound, only 62 pips of range. You can see here we've got the new beast, the pound New Zealand, over 200 pips. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other pairs over 100 pips. NFP day, less than 100 pips on the pound is pretty much unheard of. And you can see the euro is back above par at 1.0028 at the moment. In fact, if you look here, it's 84 pips above the open. So the pound range is actually more, I'm sorry, the euro range is actually more than the pound, which that's a rare occurrence. You can see this hour is huge to the upside. We're almost going to end it. I look to go short at this level here, 81. So let's just see what happens here. If price falls down to the 81 level. Here it comes. Where would I look to take profit? Possibly somewhere around the 72. I call probably around the 75 level, psychological 75. So let's see, does price come down and break that 81? Okay, we're right here at 81.8. We're in the upper rat zone. Red rats, time to feast. As you can see here with the NFP, we had a lot of price action here. The green rats and the red rats should have both feasted. And just a reminder for you rat traders, this is the last trigger line, even though it says short trigger, but this is the last. This is like, if you don't get in here or above, you've missed the boat. So you want to make sure you should hopefully find a some type of entry trigger up in the rat zone as opposed to waiting for the last second to get on the ship. As you can see, we didn't crack the 81. We're back up to 85. But we'll see how this plays out. Okay, we're down at 81. Bambino flex indicators indicating to go short. We haven't hit R1. We hit the pivot short. That paid off a couple of times, not the last time. Okay, as you can see, we cracked the 81. Down to 78. So if you were looking for a couple of quick pips, there they were. And then it pulled back up to that 80 level. You could have jumped back in if you were so inclined. In fact, let's look at a M1 chart here. So I believe I called it at 81. So you can see here price got back to 80.9 and has fallen again. And I think I said I'd look to take profit around the 75. So let's see what happens here. As you can see, price has been making higher lows slightly. So once again, sometimes you just take the profit, your 2, 3, 4 pip profit, and be happy. This looked like a return bar, which it was. And if you're playing the M30 or H1 candle, because they're the same at this point, you can see here the short, the Walmart line was at 80. So once again, those were the pivots. We haven't hit the weekly pivot. The daily, we went right through it. We missed yesterday's pivot. And there's the monthly pivot. So this is definitely a interesting year. We're into the 9th month, September, and so far we have 4 missed pivots. We haven't had a missed monthly pivot since 2014. One that hasn't been filled, that is. In and out of that lower wick zone. You can see prices down to 76. Monthly range so far this month, 124. We broke out of last month's low by 100 pips. Shifting back to the weekly, this week 262. After last week was a anemic 184. So looking for that big breakout. We didn't get it to the upside. We got 218 pips to the downside. So once again, just playing the ranges here. You know what to look for. And you can see here the average of the breakout of the low over the last 12 months was only 67, but we had a couple of huge breakouts here. Okay, we went through the 75. Like I said, I was looking to at least get there. If we look at M1, let's see what happened at the 75 level. As you can see, it touched it, it bounced, it broke it, came back up through it, and then once again lower. So depending on if you wanted to try and go for bigger pips or if you just wanted to take a few off the table. And you can see here once again these lows, so it's breaking down. To me, when I analyze what had just happened, when I saw this, I said that looks like a blow off top to me. So, and it was, and you could take that short, but you have to realize if it gets back to the open of the return bar, take your profit. Don't try and be greedy. And you can see here once again that return bar open was right at 75. So, and that's a psychological number. Good place to enter trades and exit trades. Looking at the higher low, lower high, you can see that highest low was at 81.7 just a few moments ago. And I think that's what I was calling right around that 81 level for a short. So if you hung in there, you'd be up 8 pips, 8 pips at the moment. And looking at the monthly, we've extended the year-to-date accumulated range by 100 pips. You can see we're getting up there. And if we look at the range by month, 124 so far. And on the trade reminder, the previous month was an outside bar. We're looking to fade the pivot, which is a long signal. So if you got in off of that low, and so far this month has made a lower low on the monthly chart, and the high is a lower high. So, fellow traders, that's just about our 15 minutes, the fastest 15 minutes in trading. I hope you have had a profitable NFP day and a profitable week and a profitable month so far. And I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And if you haven't, please subscribe and hit that like button, and maybe I can get moved up in the YouTube algorithm and more people can watch these videos. So, when you come back to trading, remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.